What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy, for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the weekend reading. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully, guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first one I see is the first one I read, and the first one I saw was Gemini, so we're gonna go ahead and get it poppin'. But hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy weekend vibes. Welcome into the weekend read. Of course, if you want a personal reading, you guys can book me at CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below if you're interested. If you are interested, especially if getting yourself a reading for the holiday, it won't be on time for the holiday for Christmas, but you will still receive a reading afterwards. So if you'd like to get one for a friend or for yourself, go ahead and check it out. But either way, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas as it's up and coming quite shortly. I hope you have an amazing time with your friends, your family, and everybody that you're spending that time with. Of course, happy holidays in general for everybody. Love and appreciate you guys so much. Do want to say hi. What's going on, Loving It? Sandry, what's happening in Itty? Josh, what's going on? Constance, hi, Ivy. Hey, what's going on? Rock That Body. What's up, Jennifer? What's going on, King's Ranch? What's going on, Gabriella? Hey, Kara, what's going on? Kat, Marlene, what's poppin'? Bia Bay, Lupe, what's up, everybody? Rastafari and Kevin, how's everybody hanging today? Zephyr, hello, hello. Appreciate you all so much, and let's go ahead and get on into it. We're gonna jump into our Geminis as they are the first sign for the next 72 hours. So Gemini, let's get it poppin'. What do we got going on, baby? Messages coming in here for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for our gems? Messages showing up for Team Gemini in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for you? All right, my Gemini gang, we're going to get ourselves here this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Starting out with the overall energy, Knight of Wands in reverse. Looking at the current energy, Gemini, we have here the Three of Cups, what it is you're dealing with. We got here the Six of Pentacles, and taking a look here at the outcome for the Gemini gang is going to go ahead and be the Tower in the reverse position as well. So let's take a look here and see what's up here for you at this time. Now, for Gemini peeps coming into your weekend, Knight of Wands in reverse here to the Three of Cups immediately. And I never tend to hear this with the Knight of Wands, but I heard like Knight of Wands reverse here said, I'm on do not disturb mode. You know, this is my time for fun. This is my time to be with friends, to be with family. I really feel like you're tuning out everything else and you're tapping into the energy of joy and festivities, especially if you celebrate Christmas. You're in a very joyous and festive time. But I'm getting this feeling here where it's like everything else don't matter, you know? I'm focusing on connections, I'm focusing on relationships, I'm focusing on family. I'm all about right now connecting with people, and all the problems of my world shall dissolve and melt away, at least for this weekend, because I have things that I want to focus on here. So I think you're in a very good spirit and good spirits in general, looking at what you're dealing with. Six of Pentacles, I like it. It's the energy of feeling very well put together. You're on the same page with everybody. You feel very balanced. I think right now it's like, if there's anything that's been bothering me in the world, it's all getting put on pause, and I'm taking the time here to tune into the energies of love, positivity, happiness, joy, you know, anything that is maybe a little bit lower vibrational or stressful. It's like, that's what's going to get avoided moving into my weekend, because I'm going to focus myself on the good stuff, you know? And I think that's okay. I always tell people, hey, even if life's kicking you down a little bit, if you need a bit of a break from life, that's fine. You know, we all deserve to tap into the fun stuff, the good stuff, the love. There's a time and place for everything, and that is also included in that time and place. So I really think this weekend is like, right now, I'm putting all the stuff in life right now that stresses me out on pause, all the people that stress me out on pause, all the problems on pause. We will resume after the weekend, but for this weekend in general, you're doing your best here to live it up and to enjoy yourself and the company of others as much as possible. Definitely looks like a very social week here for Team Gemini. So take it if it resonates, of course, leave it if it doesn't, but we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shout out to Team Gemini. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a fantastic weekend here, everybody. Happy holidays. All right, baby. So we did touch base here first and foremost with our Gemini. So air signs went first for today. Let's go ahead and do the air, the water, the earth, and then the fire. So air, water, earth, and fire. Getting into our water signs. Cancer. Let's get it popping. What's happening, baby? Messages coming in here for Team Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. Constance said, Aunt, say hi to Shelby and Austin, my co-workers listening to you. Hey, what's going on, Shelby and Austin? Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for coming on in. But what do we got going on here for our Cancers, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Orpheus, what up? Happy Friday, Aunt. Orpheus is in the building. You look great as always, and happy holidays. Likewise, happy holidays to you. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Orpheus, for your love and support. It's always appreciated around here. Almaza, what's going on? First time I'm catching you live. I've watched you all the time for years. That's awesome. Happy to have you. Welcome in here to your first live. Thank you so much. All right, Team Cancer, we're having a look here at about 2 more shuffles, and we'll see what's going on here in your next 72 hours. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome sauce. Cancer, overall energy for you is a 6 of Cups in reverse. You might find yourself connecting with a fellow water sign for a few of you. Looking at the current energy, 8 of Swords in reverse, what you're dealing with. We got here the 9 of Cups in reverse, and then looking at the outcome here for Cancerian is going to be the Emperor in the upright position. So let's get it popping and see what's going on. Cancer, we got an Emperor, so that's Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries potentially, but 6 of Cups reversed here, 8 of Swords reversed here. I feel like many of you are choosing not to focus on the past. I like that. It's the energy of putting the past behind you. You're leaving something out of sight, out of mind. I feel like if there has been like one last attachment that you had to your past, this weekend you very well likely could be getting rid of it. This could be like the energy of deleting photos, right, Cancer? Like, you know, we're sentimental beings, so I've been there before, you know, when I've gone through breakups, like the last thing that I had to get rid of was like the photos, and I was like, oh, it's so sad. But at the end of the day, deleting those photos did what for me? That was like the final piece of the puzzle. I was like, that was the last tether to the past, you know? And it feels so fucking good to finally let that go. So whether you're deleting photos, whether you're throwing out a trinket of some sorts, whether you're throwing out, you know, some shit that reminds you of someone, or just really starting to, you know, go heavy on deleting old emails, old text messages, whatever, you're removing something, I feel, physically that tied and bound you to your past. And it feels great. It's a very gratifying feeling once you let it go, because looking at what you're dealing with, 9 of Cups reversed, you've been dealing with agony and pain and unhappiness due to the nature of having something constantly remind you of your past. This weekend, you remove that, and it feels better. You feel clear-headed. It's very much so the energy of out of sight and out of mind with the 8 of Swords in reverse. Looking at the outcome, Cancer, we got here the Emperor, huh? I like that. Emperor energy is about feeling like you're back inside your power, dude. So you're feeling finally powerful enough again, you know? I think that some sort of past situation you feel may have weakened you, or you felt really unable to like let go because there are so many reminders I feel showing up for you. But whether it was one specific thing or a couple things, I think you're finally having the strength here. You're conjuring that up moving into your weekend. You're getting rid of all these reminders. Something's out of sight, out of mind now. And it's like, you know what? I feel like I'm back in my power. I feel good. Now I think I can actually move on, since there isn't something constantly tethering me to my past, whether it's about a past person, a past event, etc. So Cancers, I like that a lot for you, you know? It takes a lot out of you sometimes to physically remove things from life that can tether you to the past. Like I mentioned previously, deleting old photos, deleting old texts. If you have like a gift you got from a past partner, that can be really hard to let go of too. But it is incredibly powerful once you do let that go, because it signals I am ready to move forward, and I finally have nothing constantly reminding me or tethering me to that past and previous moment. So Cancers, I like that for you. Take it, of course, if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. But guys, thanks for coming out here so much nonetheless. Really, really appreciate you. So let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, we finished up our Cancer gang. So far we've done our air, we've done our water. We're going to be hopping into the earth signs here shortly. Marlene said, Aunt, your eyes look super blue today. So badass. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Very Happy Monday said, I'm psyched that it's Friday. 2023 has gone by in a flash. Indeed it has. Hopefully Father Time can pause a little bit so everybody can chill and enjoy the season. I would hope so as well. Yeah, this year, guys, it feels like I just jumped into the brand new year. Like, it feels like it just started for 2023. I can't even comprehend how we're about to move into 2024. But yeah, it's been a very interesting year to say the least, but I did not expect it to go as quick as it did. So I feel like, honestly, out of all the years I've lived, this is probably the fastest one I feel like we've ever shot through collectively. It's been a quick fucking year, man. It really has. Thank you, Jennifer. Likewise to you, Eclipse Chaser. Hello, merry and happy holidays to all the beautiful soul fam. Hi, Aunt. What's going on, Eclipse Chaser? Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you as well. All right, guys, let's get back into it. Team Earth signs. Let's go ahead and get it popping. Jumping into our Earth sign gang, we're going to have a look here at the lovely and amazing Capricorn. What's going on here for the Capricorns, baby? Message is showing up here for Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 72 hours. What do we got showing up here for Team Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What's going on here for your weekend, baby? All right, Team Cappy, we're going to get ourselves here a couple more shuffles, and we'll have a look here and see what's going on. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome stuff. All right, Capricorn, starting out here with your overall energy, what do we got? We got here the Fool in reverse. You might be connecting with possibly a Aries for a few of you. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here the Ten of Wands. What it is you're dealing with, we got here the Judgment in reverse. And then taking a look here at the outcome for Team Capricorn, we do have here the Emperor in the reverse. I almost said upright, but it is in the reverse position. You could be dealing with a couple different zodiacs. We have here Aries, we have here Scorpio, we also have Aries showing up again as well, so both the Aries cards are coming in. Fool in reverse to a Ten of Wands. I kind of get the sense for you guys, you could have a hard time moving past something. Ten of Wands is typically things that you may feel like you're struggling with. It might be that you feel overwhelmed. You might feel like you have 99 problems and there's no solved ones. So it's like a little difficult at this time for some Capricorns. But I think that despite the problems you might be dealing with, it's like, hey, I'm going to do what I can here to make sure I don't give up, you know? Looking at what you're dealing with, Judgment reversed. Judgment reversed could be the energy of not continuing to take a chance on something. It could be the energy also of making a false judgment about your path or about your situation. So I feel like what you're trying to do, Capricorn, moving into your weekend is, as much as I want to give up, I'm trying not to give myself a false judgment that I can't make it through. A lot of people fall into the lie or they fall into the trap that they can never get out of the situation they're in. No matter how tough or how difficult something is, guys, you have the ability, you have the competence, you have the energy to be able to pull yourself out of anything and everything. And the truth is, too, is that nobody can help you. You can only help yourself. That is how life goes, unfortunately, right? So as much as you can have aid from other people, you are really the number one person that can pull yourself out of anything, depending on what you do, what you change, what you transform, what you put your energy into. So Capricorns, I think that coming up into your weekend, it's like, yeah, okay, I do have a lot of things around me right now, maybe that I'm not particularly happy with. Maybe I'm struggling in a friendship, maybe I'm struggling in a relationship, maybe I'm struggling with a work situation. But despite all these struggles, and despite that feeling an urge to want to give up, if I sit here and tell myself the lie that I can't make it out of where I am, then I'm never going to get out. Period. And I told myself that lie for years. I told myself when I was down bad, depressed, unhappy, never thought my life was going anywhere, I gave up a long time ago. And I said to myself, well, this is it. This is going to be life. And it took me to realize the only reason I didn't persevere for so long is because I didn't allow myself to believe that I could. So the last thing you want to do is feed into the lie that you can't get out of any situation you're dealing with. Otherwise, that's always where you're going to be, because you're not open to doing the work here because you don't believe that you can. But the truth is you can, period, you know? Now, Capricorns, I don't feel like I have to preach the choir here to you. I know you guys get what I'm saying, but I get very passionate when I talk sometimes. So looking at the outcome for you, Emperor in reverse. Right now, you're acknowledging, I feel defeated. I don't feel in my power, Emperor reversed, and it's hard. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to believe and trust the system, to trust the faith, or to put faith in the process, whatever the fuck you want to say. It's hard. I get it. But you only ever lose when you give up. So as much as the urge may be there to give up, as much as the urge may be there to say, fuck this, keep going anyways. Don't rely on motivation to change your life, but push through the times even when you don't feel like it. Rely on discipline to get through the hard times. It may not change today. It may not change tomorrow. But I can assure you, if you don't give up, oh, fuck yeah, it's going to change. All right, Capricorns? So please take that home with you because it's so powerful. It may not change today. It may not change tomorrow. But if you do not give up, oh, fuck yeah, it's going to change. And it's going to change for the better. All right? I love you guys. Take it if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. Capricorn, though, appreciate you tuning in here nonetheless. Thank you guys for your love and thank you for your support. Okay? All right, Cappy, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base here so far with our earth. We've done our water, and we've done our air. Getting on into the fire signs. Let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Ram fam. What's popping in here for Team Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for our zodiac sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Hey, what's going on, Vanilla Capricorn? How are you? Appreciate you tuning in. What do we got showing up here for our Ram fam in the next 72? Let's go ahead here and take a look. Aries, coming up for your weekend, the overall energy, we have here the 7 of Pentacles. Taking a look here at the current energy, Judgment in reverse, what you're dealing with here, we got the 4 of Cups in reverse, and looking at the outcome here, Aries is going to be the 9 of Wands in the upright position as well. So taking a look here at this next weekend, or coming into your weekend here overall, 7 of Pentacles, Judgment reversed. I think that maybe you're kind of looking at the time you've been investing lately, Aries, and I think part of you is asking yourself, have I really invested it wisely, or have I invested my time into the best things, or my energy into the best things? Because I feel like you might be starting to realize, I don't feel like my time's been well spent. Maybe you don't feel like your time's been well spent in a relationship. You don't feel like it's been well spent in a job, or maybe if you started a business. But I think that there's a part of you that's a little frustrated. You're like, I wish I didn't put so much time into this because I just don't really judge nor feel like something's going in the right direction. Now, looking at what you're dealing with here, 4 of Cups in reverse. It's like, well, considering I don't really feel like what I'm putting my time into is working out for me, then maybe I should allow myself to kind of just let go and move on to the next thing. It's interesting though, because as much as I want to sit here and tell you, if you feel like you're wasting your time, don't waste your time, I also am getting directed by my guides to tell you, have you really dedicated your time though? Because not everything at first is going to turn into exactly what you want, you know? And I know you're aware of this, not to say you're not. Let's say, for example, starting a business, there's many people who start businesses who don't even profit from those businesses until years later. There's many people who start businesses and sometimes they skyrocket instantaneously, but for the vast majority of people, when they get started, they got to hustle, Not everything looks like it's amazing at first. Not everything is amazing at first, but because of their dedication and the time they put into it, inevitably putting all that time in is exactly what got them to become so successful. So like I mentioned to you guys, as much as I want to say, hey, if you feel like you're wasting your time, screw it, jump into something different. But if you're an Aries and you're noticing that you've been going from one thing to another, and you've consistently been in that cycle, you have to ask yourself, have I actually fully been dedicated to what I wanted to see succeed? And have I been patient for the results of my success? That's what I want to say for some Aries peeps, because you never want to get caught into a cycle where it's like, let's start something new. Let's put time into it. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's working out. Let's jump into another one, because then you'll be in an endless perpetual cycle of basically your time being wasted without you realizing it. Sometimes, guys, things are going to take much longer than intended, or longer than anticipated or expected. So I feel like you really may have to take some time out here to actually make more of an investment to really see the results, okay? Looking at the outcome, Aries, 9 of Wands, it's like right now, one thing you want to do is withdraw from something, but I'm here to ask you this question, have you fully dedicated yourself? Here's the thing, if you said, Ant, I have fully dedicated myself, maybe you've dedicated yourself to something for years, you've dedicated all your energy and investment into something, and it still flopped, and all you feel is resistance, if that's the case, then I'll say, don't waste your time, move forward. But if you really ask yourself this question and you fixate on it, and you're like, you know what? I probably could have done more. I probably could have invested more time. I probably could have put more into the situation. If you start to realize that, then stick around where you are and don't give up just yet. Because there may be fruits of your labor returning to you. There may be success, but you got to wait it out a little bit longer. Okay? So very interesting. I hope that helps somebody, because I wish I was told that, because I used to be a start and stop type of person. I used to start and stop all the time. But it's really worth it when you give something your full investment, because inevitably it's going to pay off, guys. All right, guys? I love you, Aries. Take it if it resonates. I know that might have sounded like a little bit of a confusing reading. If it was confusing for you, I apologize. But do take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base here so far with our first batch of zodiacs. We're going to be getting on into our next batch here shortly. But what's going on here, guys? How's everybody doing? Let me see some messages here real quick. Kevin said, never waste your time. Absolutely. But also remember, what is time wasted? Right? What is time wasted? Just because something takes a long time doesn't mean your time is wasted. Vanessa, hey, Ant, what does it mean when you keep seeing 1111 a couple times a week? Or for a while now, I look at my phone and I keep seeing this exact time. So 1111 typically represents that a new beginning is getting ready to come forward in your life. It could be a new beginning in any walk of life, whether that be love, your career, your personal path, your personal choices. It can be anything of that retrospect, but typically with 1111, it does associate itself with new beginnings. Always do remember too, though, guys. If you're like wondering what a number synchronicity means, literally Google it. There are millions of different answers that are on there for you that can help you out with figuring it out, you know? So do keep that in mind for sure. Kevin said, I like it. It should resonate with all of us. Good job, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. But I hope everybody's doing good, man. I hope everybody's excited for the holidays and having a good time so far. It has been a pretty quick week, honestly. I feel like this week has flown by. So happy Friday, everybody. I feel like I'm also in Christmas colors right now. I got the green and I got the red. I think I did that slightly intentionally. I don't know. Very, very interesting, though. All right. Vanessa said, thank you. How exciting. For sure. For sure. No problem at all. All right, though. Let's get back into it. So the lineup today is air, water, earth, and fire. Getting back into our air signs, let's have a look here at Libra and get it popping. What do we got going on here for Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus signs in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for Team Libra? Hey, what's up, Red Skies? Merry Christmas to you as well, and thank you, Vanessa, likewise. Messages here for Team Libra, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for you? All right, my Libra gang, we're going to get ourselves here. Maybe about 2 more shuffles, and then we'll go ahead and see what's coming up for you. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. What do we got going on here for our Libra gang? Overall energy for you is going to be the High Priestess in the upright position. You could be connecting here possibly with a Piscean for a few of you. Having a look at the current energy, we have here the 7 of Cups, what you're dealing with, Libra. We have here the 5 of Cups, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the 6 of Pentacles in the upright position. All right, Libras, let's have a look and see what's up. You got here a High Priestess. You also got here a 7 of Cups showing up for you as well. So High Priestess can typically be about your intuition. If you've been kind of feeling called to something, guided to something, High Priestess can represent too that you're just getting a gut feeling about something as well. Now, 7 of Cups showing up here for you. This can be the energy of new opportunities. It could be the energy of also emotional confusion. You know what it feels like? I think that you are confused about something that happened. I do think that inevitably something here occurred that had upset you with the 5 of Cups. You've been left in either a period of grief or something has hurt you, but you're also confused as to why it happened, but I feel like intuitively you know. So let's say, for example, maybe somebody did something, and this doesn't have to resonate, but maybe somebody cheated on you, and you're like, okay, it hurt that they cheated on me. So right now, 5 of Cups, you're reacting to them cheating on you, you're upset, you're hurt, you're in grief. But you ask yourself, 7 of Cups, I don't know why they would do that. But I think wholeheartedly with the, card over here, with the High Priestess, it's like, well, intuitively, I kind of know the answer why. And maybe right now it's been difficult to understand or to listen to what your intuition has been saying, but I feel like your intuition's been trying to tell you all along. So if you've been getting a gut feeling as to why somebody had done something, whether they've deceived you, whether you've gone through a situation where somebody has hurt you, whether you've gone through a painful situation in general, you may come to the term of why that's been happening, because I feel like your intuition's been trying to give you that insight. So I feel like moving into the weekend, here's the insight coming in, looking at the outcome, 6 of Pentacles, you put the pieces together. You're like, wait a minute, everything makes sense now. So you go from being emotionally confused to becoming very aware as to why some situation has happened or occurred. Now, I can even say this too. Your next 72 hours could even be representative of finally seeing why things turn out the way they did. Maybe a long time ago, you and somebody didn't end up together. Maybe the two of you broke up. Maybe now you finally start to see the reason why. I always tell people when something bad happens in our lives, it's usually a blessing in disguise, but you don't end up seeing it as a blessing until much later on when more things are put into perspective for you. This may be the time for you, Libra, where it's later on and everything is now put into perspective for you, and you see why everything happened the way it did and why it led you to where you are now. So it's about becoming aware as to why things have played out, and I think that that's going to be pretty wonderful to see. So if it's your story, cool. If not, no worries. But I love moments like that. Whenever I go through tough or challenging times in my life, I'm like, okay, it's a blessing in disguise. I may not see it now. I may be struggling now, but one day I'm going to see why I went through the struggle. And when I get to that day when I see it, I'm like, ooh, thank God I went through that, because that's what guided me here, So it's a nice feeling after all. All right. So take that if it resonates, of course, leave it if it doesn't. Definitely a little bit more of a specific reading, not so much a general one, so no worries if it's not your story. But Libra, I appreciate you coming out here nonetheless. Have a happy holidays with your friends, family, and loved ones, and I will catch you guys later. All right, Libra, we're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we've done our air, getting back on into our water. Let's have a look here at our lovely and amazing Scorpio gang. What's popping here, baby? Message is showing up here for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for our zodiacs of Scorpio in the next 72 hours? I see you guys mentioning the solstice or asking how you guys have been feeling about it. Yesterday, I was absolutely fucking feral, okay? Last night, I don't know what it was. I was like, I guess this is the solstice energy because I was just in a mood. Not a bad mood, but I was just like out of pocket, if that makes sense. Like, I was just really fucking feral. I don't know how to put it, you know? I wasn't angry or mad or upset in it or anything. I was just super hyper. I was having fun. I was saying some things maybe I probably shouldn't say. I don't know. I was just really out there like an open book. It was such a fun time. Like, it felt like there was no boundaries and it was fun, you know? So that was an interesting energy that I was in last night. I don't know about you guys, but I just felt fucking feral. Best way I could put it, you know? Message is here for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for you? All right, Team Scorpio, overall energy for you is going to be the King of Cups in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here the 8 of Swords, what you're dealing with. 4 of Swords here. Looking at the outcome, Scorpio is going to be the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse position. So let's have a look here and see what's going on. First things first, you do have here a King of Cups reversed, and you're pairing that here with an 8 of Swords. So it feels to me for Scorpios, you're kind of at a point where you're confronting the fact that maybe you've been really emotionally detaching yourself from something, but it's kind of just like, fuck it, you know? I've been emotionally detaching myself, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm going to kind of keep on keeping on here with what I'm doing. Looking at what you're dealing with, 4 Swords. 4 Swords here says, as much as, you know, my mind, my brain, my energy wants me to confront something I've been avoiding, I'm still going to be not being confrontational. I'm still going to kind of keep avoiding this. So Scorpios, to put it into a short and quick message, I feel like you are still avoiding something and it's trying to surface within you, but every time it does, you resist it. And it's like, nope, we're going to keep on avoiding this, you know? So looking at the outcome here, 7 of Pence in reverse, you're lacking investing in something that needs to be confronted. I don't know if this is something that recently happened, something that happened years ago, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're avoiding a person because they're trying to have like a conversation with you. You might not really want to deal with that right now. You're like, so at the end of the day, I'm going to avoid the person to avoid the conversation. You might be in that energy too, but I get that feeling for you where it's like right now you're emotionally detached. You're emotionally unavailable. And until you become emotionally available, you're not going to want to get into something that is emotional within itself. So right now you're avoiding all forms of confrontation. Definitely feels like you're quite avoidant. Here's my thing though, guys. We can run and run and run, but inevitably we can't be emotionally unavailable forever. Eventually it's going to get reactivated. And when it does, it's going to hit hard. You know, it's going to feel like Mike Tyson putting you in a corner and beating the shit out of you, you know? Now for me, the reason why I'm saying this is because I was a very emotionally avoided person growing up. I would run away from my feelings and emotions constantly. So therefore, when it came to the time where my emotions were magically reactivated, I was like, oh shit, this is a saddening time, you know? So it was hard. It was hard to deal with everything. It was overwhelming. It was intense. But that's why I always tend to tell people, if we need breaks from our feelings, take a fucking break. Like Scorpio, the holidays are coming up for this weekend. If you still want to avoid something, avoid it. It's fine. Like, take your break. But when it strikes Monday, Tuesday, like, it's time to go ahead and tap back into our feelings. It's time here to tap back into what's going on. What do we need to confront? Do we need to talk to somebody and fix a situation? Do we need to confront something that happened to us and release some heavy emotional shit? Do we need to work things out with our romantic partner? Whatever the problems or issues are that you may see yourself avoiding, listen, avoid it till Monday. After Monday, let's get back to work, because the more you keep running away, shit will pile up. And when it does, the time that everything gets reactivated, it's going to feel even more overwhelming than it does now. So you want to help yourself now so that you don't fuck yourself later. That's like the blunt, raw, honest way that I can tell you guys that, because take it from a person who got fucked later, it sucks, you know? It doesn't suck to get fucked, but it sucks to get fucked by your feelings and emotions. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind here, Team Scorpio. If it resonates, cool. If not, no worries. But definitely something to keep in mind, all right? If it happens to be your story. So we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. But shout out Team Scorpio. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. So we have touched base here with the water. We've also done our air. So let's go ahead and take a look here now into our earth signs, okay? Getting into the earth, let's have a look at the lovely and amazing Taurus gang. What's popping in here for the bulls, baby? Message is showing up for Team Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Hey, Marissa, you said my mom's here. She got a fun root canal today, and she's probs a little high. Please send her healing vibes. Sending out all the healing vibes to her. Take it from a person who's had like a fuck ton of root canals and like fillings and shit. I hate dentist crap, so I know exactly what she's going through and feeling. Wishing her the best healing, all right? Sorry to hear that. It's not a fun time. But what do we got showing up here for Team Taurus in the next 72 hours? All right, my beautiful bull gang, we're going to get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we shall see what's up. Taurus, overall energy for you is going to be the 7 of Cups. You might be dealing with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. For the current energy, you got here a Hierophant in reverse. Hierophant is Taurus energy, by the way. Looking at what you're dealing with, Knight of Swords. Excuse me, guys. And then looking at the outcome for Taurus is going to be the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. So let's take a look here and see what's going on for you at this time. Taurus, you got a 7 of Cups here. You got a Hierophant reversed here. It does kind of feel to me that you've been confused with where your devotion should lie. And I think that it's more about really needing to take a look at why you've been feeling that way. Because if you don't know who to be devoted to, if you don't know who you want to commit to, there's a reason intuitively you have, or more so, let's not use intuitively. There's a reason instinctively you have not committed or devoted yourself to certain people, certain situations, certain jobs, etc. So that's what I'm feeling here at this time right now. For anybody who's watching, like if you're a Taurus, there's a reason you took a step back. Maybe somebody wanted to get together with you and there's a reason you didn't get together with them. Somebody wanted you to work for them. There's a reason you didn't work for them because you felt something instinctively of, I don't know if I should connect with this. So looking at what you're dealing with here, Knight of Swords here says you're still actively looking towards what you want to be devoted to. But at the same time, you're wondering to yourself, why does it feel like I don't want to devote myself to anything or anything in general that's showing up at this time? Having a look here at the outcome, you got here an Ace of Wands in reversed. Ace of Wands in reversed here is representative of you not really feeling interested. So here's my thing, guys. Look at your association. If your body, if your mind, if your soul is instinctively telling you that I just don't feel connected to someone or something at this time, or I just don't feel like I want to devote myself to something, you're instinctively feeling that for a reason. So trust yourself and trust your gut. Keep yourself open. When something feels right, it's right for you. But when something feels wrong, Taurus, it's not what's right for you at the end of the day. So don't try to force yourself to have to be invested in a person, a situation, etc. Don't force yourself to invest in that stuff. But however, if you feel like something is right for you, then make that investment. Does that make sense here, Team Taurus? Okay. So definitely take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Taurus, I appreciate you tuning in so much nonetheless. Thank you for watching. Happy holidays. And we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we've already touched base here with all of our Taurian peeps. So we've done our earth signs, we've done our water signs, we've done our fire signs. We're going to get, or I'm sorry, we've done our earth signs, water, and air. We're going to get into our fire signs in just a second. So we have finished up here so far our beautiful and amazing signs. Before we get into the earth signs here real quick, everybody, just give me about a minute or so. I'm going to throw on the BRB screen real quick to go check on someone real fast. I believe I heard my doorbell, so give me about a second or so, and then we'll come on back and we'll finish up the rest of the signs, okay? So thank you guys so much, and we'll go ahead and BRB. Appreciate ya, and give me about a moment or so. Thank you.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for your patience, and we'll be moving into our fire signs here shortly. Speaking of fire signs, and why did you not do the fire signs? All except for fire for the weeklies. The last time I did weeklies, I believe, was in September, so there hasn't been any weeklies for the past couple months. The last time I did weeklies, I do believe, was September. And if you're talking about any recent content that came out for December readings, all 12 signs were out, including fire signs. For the mid-month check-in, fire signs were there too. So I'm not sure what's missing, but there isn't anything on the schedule that I did happen to miss as far as I know. And yeah, the last time that I did do weekly reads, I believe, was September 2023. So yeah, not necessarily sure what you're referencing, but if you want to check, you can always check playlists. If for some reason, maybe it's missing on the playlist, I could see that being a possibility. Just scroll through the video tab and you'll see all of the signs that are posted that I did for all that content. But yeah, for right now, I'm up to date with everything. What's coming up next is January, so that's what I'll be working on here shortly. All right, though, speaking of fire signs, though, let's get back into it. Let's have a look here at our lovely and amazing Sagittarius gang. What's popping here, baby? Message is showing up here for Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got showing up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Sagittarius in the next 72 hours? What do we got going on here for you? All right, Team Sagittarius, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a couple more shuffles, and we shall see what is up. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Starting out with the overall energy, we do have here the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Having a look here at the current energy, we do have here the Nine of Wands, what it is you're dealing with. We got here the Judgment, and taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Two of Cups in the upright position. So, Team Sagittarius, let's see what's going on here for you. Now, I see here with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, also with the Nine of Wands in the upright, you're in a position, I feel, where maybe you're feeling a little bit held back. Why do I feel that energy where it's like you're worried to do something for yourself, or you're worried to focus on yourself or to self-prioritize? It's almost an energy that's what I'm picking up on. Okay, if you're dealing with somebody romantic, Sagittarius, here's what I'm seeing. You might be more so focusing on catering to your romantic partner rather than catering to yourself. You might be a little bit worried to invest in yourself right now because you're at a point in time where you want somebody to feel happy within the partnership. But I want you to remember this, Sagittarius, if this happens to be your energy. You are not necessarily responsible for providing the happiness to the person you're dealing with, but however, you're going to add happiness into their life. You know, you're responsible for making yourself happy, and you're 110% responsible for making yourself whole and complete. Remember, when we talk about relationships, a relationship isn't two halves that make a whole. A relationship is two people who are whole and complete within themselves that add value and complement one another. So I feel like for some of you, it's like, well, I've been putting so much energy into my partner, or I've been putting so much energy into my friends, I've been putting so much energy into my family, but it's like you're worried to put energy into yourself because you are trying your best here to make sure that someone's still interested by you putting all your investment in them. But I'm going to let you guys know right now, if you take the time to just put energy into yourself, you're not going to be taking away much of anything from the person you're dealing with. So don't feel like you're selfish for wanting to prioritize yourself. Don't feel like you're selfish for wanting to do what you want to do at this moment in time, Sagittarius. At the end of the day, you're still going to be very well connected to whomever you're dealing with. So yeah, for some reason, whatever it may be, I'm picking up on that feeling where it's like you're worried to take care of yourself, or you're worried to do you. I don't think anybody's going to look at you any different, especially with whoever this person is that you're dealing with at this time. So moving into the weekend, if you need some you time, if you need some self-prioritization, don't feel afraid to have that for yourself, okay? All right, Sagittarius, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But guys, thanks for coming in here nonetheless, okay? All right, baby, moving on forward, we finished up our second batch of zodiacs for today's daily read. We'll be getting on into our last and final batch here shortly. By the way, Zephyr, you said you're off to a meeting. Love to all be safe and solstice blessings. Likewise, thanks so much, Zephyr. Take care and do enjoy your meeting, but thank you for coming out. Rastafarian said, awesome, pretty low-key sunny solstice, expecting a snowy Christmas. Maybe, possibly, I'm not too sure. It's been pretty interesting so far over here because we haven't really had much snow that was anticipated. Last year, there wasn't even much snow in December as well until January. So I'm probably assuming, even though I'm not the weatherman, I'm assuming that we're probably going to end up getting snow sometime around January, maybe even dipping into February, because December, there's barely been anything, you know? Barely been anything showing up. But without a further ado, let's go ahead, guys, and continue on to our last and final batch, okay? We're hopping back into air. For the air signs, we have not touched base with Aquarians yet. So Team Aquarius, let's see what's going on with you. What do we got showing up here for our Aqua? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What's going to be rolling on in here, please, for our zodiac sign of Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for ya? Team Aqua. We're having a look here at about maybe one more shuffle or so, and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully we got some awesome sauce. Aquarius, overall energy is going to be the Sun card. You might be connecting here possibly with a Leo for some of you. Taking a look here at your current energy, we got here the Star card, looking at what it is you're dealing with. We got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then having a look here at the outcome, we do have here the Six of Cups in the reverse position. So, Team Aquarius, let's see what's going on here for ya. Now, you got a Sun card. You also have here a Star card. So this is Leo energy and Aquarius energy. So you're showing up here in this reading. Now, the Sun here to the Star, I think you're happy with where you're at. The Star typically is in resonance with alignment, so you're like, okay, I am where I am for a reason, so I'm happy to be here. So I think that right now you're in a place of contentment in your life, looking at what you're dealing with. Two of Pentacles reverse this weekend. I actually like this a lot. I feel like why you're happy is because you've been able to manage to release or let go of some sort of cycle that could have been potentially adding a bit of unhappiness to you. This could be the energy of clearing out something that's been a negative cycle, and maybe it's been a negative cycle that's been ongoing for quite some time. So I get that sense for you this weekend where it's like, it's nice that I've officially let go of something. Maybe you have finally wiped out all your debts. Maybe you have finally, removed yourself from somebody in your life that was incredibly toxic. You're not allowing that cycle to continue, right? Or to continue to spin. But I feel here, once again, right? Six of Cups reversed. This is the energy of leaving something behind, leaving something in the past. And now you're so content with where you're at with your path because you're no longer having a cycle continue with you for the foreseeable future. So something needed to be released. I don't know the reasoning as to why the cycle has gone on or continued for as long as it did, but it feels so damn good that there's no longer a continuation. It's like, right now, I'm present, baby. I'm happy right now. And it feels like you've been happy for the first time in a while, considering that whatever this was, it was dragging you down a little bit, Maybe some of you guys were dealing with like financial situations, so it feels good to wipe those out. Maybe some of you guys were dealing with a toxic person and it feels good to no longer be connected to them. Maybe you had something as well that you were obligated to do that didn't feel very great, and now you're glad that that's no longer an obligation. But the detachment process here of something that I think was either unhealthy or negative towards you is now creating a wonderful impact on you with where you are. It's like you can appreciate where you're at in the world now because you no longer have to take the cycle going forward with you. So Aquarius, I'm happy for you, especially if this happens to be your story. It's always nice to release some sort of toxic cycle that doesn't serve us. So congratulations, Team Aquarius. Do enjoy, and let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up here so far. Our air signs, all the air signs for today's weekend reading are done. Team Aquarius, happy holidays to you, by the way. And now we're going to go ahead and hop on into our water signs. So for the water, we've done Cancer. We've also done Scorpio. Let's go ahead and check out the Pisces, and we're going to see what's going on here for the fish, okay? So let's have a look. What do we got showing up here for Team Pisces, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for our zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for ya? All right, Team Pisces. Actually, you guys, I feel, are coming through here pretty damn quick. I do want to mention here, too, you guys have a card that came out, which is going to be the Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse here is representative of Scorpio energy, so you could be connecting with the Scorpio here, possibly. I do feel here, however, for some Pisceans that are watching, if you're in the Judgment reverse energy, you could be at a point where you're no longer giving something a chance moving into your weekend. you might not be giving a person a chance anymore. You might not be giving somebody a chance here to do something for you any longer. You know what it feels like? It feels like there's been some situation that's been so incredibly delayed for you, Pisces, that it's like, why even bother now? I've already dealt with the delay for so long that I'm done giving someone or something a chance here to do what they set out to do. So if you've been experiencing delays, and I'm not talking about just delays that has happened with the current Mercury retrograde, if you've been experiencing a delay in someone or a delay in a situation that dates before the retrograde even happened, I feel like your patience is wearing very thin if you've been waiting or holding on to somebody or waiting for something to happen. So yeah, I feel like Pisces this weekend, you might finally say, I'm over the delay. It's time for me to either work with someone else or to invest in someone else or something else, as I no longer want to keep on waiting, you know? So that can be a really quick one card message for some Piscean who needs it. But let's get into your official tarot here for your weekend. Starting out with the overall energy, we have here the King of Pentacles in reverse. You might be dealing with an earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look here at the current energy, we got the Tower in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Eight of Cups, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. So let's take a look here and see what's going on for our Pisces gang at this time. Now you start out here first and foremost with the King of Pentacles in reverse, and then looking at the current energy, the Tower in reverse as well. Yeah, Piscean, it's not that you're avoiding something for avoidance sake, but moving into your weekend, it feels like you're avoiding a situation where there isn't much stability or there isn't much balance. I feel like something here isn't very well put together. Looking at what you're dealing with, Eight of Cups, this is the energy of walking away, and looking at the outcome, Queen of Pentacles reversed, you know, I feel like it goes back to what I said with that one card tarot reading. It's like you were hoping to invest in a situation or to be with somebody or to work together with somebody, but it just feels to me like it never happened. Somebody else never stepped up. And you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, but it's like, I can't wait anymore for that to happen. So if you were dealing with somebody in love who's like, Pisces, one day we'll be together, but just wait for me and wait for me and wait for me. It's like, I'm not going to wait on somebody any longer because waiting has done nothing beneficial to me. And also, in all this time that I've been waiting, I've also been missing out on all the other opportunities I could have been dealing with in love. If it's not about love and it's about career, maybe somebody said, hey, you're on a waiting list for this job. Why am I going to wait and wait and wait for this job when I could get hired somewhere else right now who need the staff right now? So I feel like you've been dealing with a situation that hasn't necessarily served you for quite some time. It's kind of stagnated you here, Pisces, and this weekend you're starting to see, I can't be stagnant here for much longer. I need to take action, and I need to take action now. So it's a very urgent and interesting energy. If it's your story, cool. If not, no worries. But I think something's been delayed here, Pisces, for far too long, and it's time to get the ball rolling is what I'm hearing for you going forward. So Piscean, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But guys, thanks for coming out here so much nonetheless. I really, really appreciate you. Okay? All right, Piscean, we're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Have a happy holidays, and thanks for tuning in. So we have done all the water. We have done all the air. Getting on into our earth signs. Let's go ahead and have a look here at our lovely and amazing Virgo gang. What do we got going on here, baby? Message is showing up here for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac in the next 72 hours. What do we got showing up here for Team Virgo? Hey, what's going on, Heather Summerscales? You said Merry Christmas, Anthony, and have a brilliant new year. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And likewise to you. Thanks so much. What's going on, Persian Doll Tarot? How you doing? I hope all is well. You said you're crushing it. My moon sign and Cancer reading was so on point. So happy to hear that for you. Happy to resonate with you as well. And thanks for stopping by. All right, Team Virgo. We're going to get here about 2 more shuffles for your weekend, and we shall see what's up. Hopefully we're looking at some awesome sauce. What do we got going on here for the Virgo gang? Virgo, overall energy for you is a 6 of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look here at the current energy, we got here the Hermit. What it is you're dealing with, we have here the Ace of Wands in reverse, and then looking at the outcome, we do have here the Temperance in the upright position. So let's take a look here and get it popping. By the way, Bia Bay, thank you so much for the $4.99. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your generosity, my love. Now, Virgo, you got a 6 of Pentacles here, and you also have a Hermit, by the way. way, Hermit card is Virgo energy, but it looks to me for you guys, you might feel like you're not on the same page with somebody. Six of Pentacles could represent being on the same page, but the Hermit could represent feeling maybe singled out or maybe feeling more so held back. So I feel like for you, someone thinks they're on the same page with you, but you're not. Does that make sense? I feel like this is kind of an energy, Virgo. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who like maybe thinks that you are, you know, you have romantic feelings for them. Maybe you've tried to tell them you don't, but at the end of the day, they think you do, and you've mentioned you don't, but they're refusing to believe that. Okay, so you could be connecting with somebody here who's maybe in a bit of a clingy energy, and they're saying, oh yeah, you know, Virgo cares for me, but at the end of the day, the truth is, and you've tried to say the truth, maybe you don't feel that way towards someone. Like I'm picking up on a situation like that. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be your situation, but you're dealing with someone where they believe that you're on the same page with them, but truly, you know that you're not, right? Looking at what you're dealing with, Ace of Wands reversed, I feel like you're not interested either in being on the same page with this individual or with this situation. Looking at the outcome, the Temperance, it's like you're trying to keep yourself calm and you're trying to keep yourself from being frustrated, but I feel like somebody here is not understanding that you want something different than what they want, but they still believe that you're on the same page with them. This is a very odd reading. It's a bit of an oddball reading. If it's your story, cool. If not, no worries. But I feel like that's what you're going through this weekend. It's like maybe somebody is saying, Virgo, I like you. I know you like me. And you're like, I don't like you. But they're like, I know you like me. You know, so it's frustrating. And it's like, okay, I'm just trying to not get frustrated right now. You know, maybe somebody is telling you, well, Virgo, we're going to go do this weekend. And you're like, well, actually, I can't do that this weekend. I'm going to do something else. And then they're over here saying, no, well, we're still going to do this, right? It's like someone thinks you're on the same page with them, but you're not. I could even see this being like holiday plans. Like maybe somebody says, hey, we're going to go do this at my house. You're going to be like, I can't, sorry. I'm going to this person's house for the holidays this year. And they're like, okay, see you here. You know? So I think somebody's not really listening to you. And it's coming from a place where they want what they want and they seem to be doing what they can to try to almost pressure you into fulfilling what they want. But Virgos, you're going to stand your ground here nonetheless. It's like, I'm not going to let this person continue to agitate me, but most importantly, I'm not going to let my energy get into that point as well. I want to have good vibes. I want to enjoy myself. And you know what? They may think we're on the same page, but they may shortly find out that we're not. And it is what it is. Because I feel like you've tried to explain to somebody how you feel and they're not understanding it, you know? So take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Like I said, a bit of an interesting reading, Virgo. If it's not your story, no worries, but I appreciate you tuning in nonetheless, and happy holidays to each and every single one of you. Yeah, the readings here definitely got pretty interesting, but I've been noticing that for the past couple signs. I'm like, are these going to resonate with anybody? But if it's your story, cool. If not, no worries. But thank you, Team Virgo. So we have touched base here with all the earth. We've done the water. We've done the air. We'll be moving into our fire sign shortly. By the way, Amy, thank you so much for the 222. You said totally on point. It's all going to be okay now. Happy to hear that for you. Thank you, by the way, as well for donating. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the love and the support. Very happy Monday said, same page, question mark? Not even in the same library. That's literally the energy the reading was giving. I was like, yo, somebody here, I know that the person Virgo's dealing with here is... It's not that they don't understand. They comprehend wholeheartedly, but I think that they're trying to like push Virgo to try to be on that same page, and Virgo's already made it clear enough. So it's like, if people don't want to accept what you're doing, at the end of the day, they're going to have to put up with it one way or another, you know? I've come across people like that in my life. They're like, oh, so we're going to go ahead and go to this restaurant tonight, right? And it's like, actually, I don't really want to go to that restaurant. Can we figure out a different option? Okay, I'll see you here. And it's like, nope, you won't see me here. I'll be at home then, right? Because I don't like that energy. So I understand the Virgos wholeheartedly for doing their own thing. Anyways, moving forward, getting into our last and final fire sign, Team Leo. Let's get it popping here for the Lion Gang and see what's going on for you beautiful peeps. What do we got showing up here for Leo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got showing up here for Team Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac in the next 72 hours. Let's go ahead and get it popping. Leos, what do we got showing up here for ya? By the way, for the 107 peeps in the chat, if you guys could drop a like, I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming on out. Now, Leo's overall energy, we got here an 8 of Cups. You might be dealing with a water sign, like a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here a Justice in the upright, what it is you're dealing with, a 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and looking at the outcome for your weekend, a 6 of Pentacles in the reverse position as well. I feel like for Leo peeps this weekend, guys, 8 of Cups here, Justice here, you, I feel, have been very balanced in a situation. And I looking at what you're dealing with being the 5 of Pentacles reversed, it's like, how do I say this? You don't have to be balanced all the time. You don't have to have perfection all the time. Like, Leo, if you need a moment, take a moment. Like, I want to tell you guys that. Like, you don't have to be perfect all the time. You don't have to be happy all the time. You don't have to be the most mature all the time. It's like, we're fucking human. And like, I feel like somebody might have made you feel like you had to be that person. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who's made you feel like you've needed to be perfect, or maybe you've grown up in an environment with family that have made you feel that way, but you're allowed to like take a fucking moment for you. Because 8 of Cups here to the Justice is like, I'm about to not be so balanced. And that's okay. Like, if you need to tap out of the energy of balance or the energy of perfection and take a moment to be irritated about something or upset about something, or if you need to take a moment for yourself because you feel incredibly overwhelmed, whatever your situation and your storyline may be, know that you have the right to do that. One of my favorite things to preach on this channel is that it's 110% okay to not be okay. So if you're not feeling like you're in the best space, take that time out for yourself. If you're not feeling balanced, why do you have to be balanced? You know, looking at what you're dealing with, 5 of Pentacles reversed, I feel like somebody's trying to, if it's not somebody, it could be the environment, or maybe this is how you felt like you've always needed to be. But it's like you catch yourself not feeling so balanced and put together, and it's like, oh, well, I need to go ahead and I need to pick myself back up right now, is what I'm feeling for you. But it's like, you don't have to, you know? It's okay to break down a bit. I think that we have a society sometimes that tells us that we can't break down, you know? We need to always get through it. And that's what I call toxic positivity. And that's what I hate preaching. So I try not to preach toxic positivity. I try to be real with you guys. It's always great to have a positive mindset, but it's not fantastic to just say, well, you know what? Right now sucks, but instead of acknowledging that it sucks, I'm just going to say everything's going to be okay. It's okay to not be okay. You have to acknowledge how you feel. You know? Looking at the outcome here, Leo, the truth is 6 of Pentacles reversed. You may not feel this weekend all that put together. And I want you to know that's totally fine. All right, if that happens to be your case. So for any Lion peeps that are watching, it's like this weekend, if you don't feel all that put together, if you have been kind of doing what you can to piece yourself back together every time, I think that it's like putting a band-aid on a wound that needs air. Rip off the fucking band-aid, Leo. And who gives a shit if people have a problem with it? I'm sorry. Who gives a shit? Chanel, thank you for subscribing. But who gives a shit? You know, if you have family that expect you to always be perfect, sorry, disappoint them. You know, I don't give a shit. I'll disappoint anybody. If they don't resonate with my path, I'll disappoint you. It is what it is. You're human, Leo. You deserve to take moments for yourself, and I don't expect you to be perfect. You shouldn't expect yourself to be perfect, so don't put so much fucking pressure on yourself. And whatever environment caused you to feel like you needed to put all that pressure on yourself in the first place, screw the damn environment. Be human, break down a little bit, and pick yourself back up when you're ready to, okay? I love you guys. If it resonates, definitely take it. If it's not your story, no worries, but it's okay to not be okay. All right, Leo, I love you guys. Wishing you a very amazing and happy holidays. Thanks so much for watching. All right. Very happy Mondays, by the way. Thank you for the $4.99. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your donation, my love. It goes a long way. All right, everybody. We're keeping it popping and pushing and moving forward. Thanks, Leo, for stopping on by. Today, we had Leo and Capricorn with some pretty deep-ass messages. So, you know, take those if they apply, of course. But if it's not your story, don't worry about it, guys, okay? All right, everybody. We finished up our weekend read. So, guys, thank you all so much for coming out here to the weekend reading. It's much love, or, much love and much appreciation. Thank you guys for stopping by. Of course, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. For those of you that are celebrating Christmas coming up here this weekend, I hope you have a great time with your friends, your family member, and your loved ones. In general, Happy Holidays to all. I do want to say here, guys, for the plan of what's going to be going on for next week we're going to begin the January readings, and then afterwards, like I mentioned, I was really interested in doing kind of like a yearly reading for everybody, so I still want to bring that into the agenda. So we'll get through January reads, then we'll move into the entire 2024 yearly tarot videos, which I think are going to be super cool. Regardless, though, thank you guys, man. I hope you have a great time with your friends, family members, and love loved ones overall. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm super drained over here because it's been a long day, so I'm trying to get my words together. I do want to say, though, thank you everybody for being here. For those of you that have sent in donations today, guys, thank you so much for that. It helps out more than you guys know. I really appreciate your generosity. For those of you that are here, if you can drop a like, that'd be super duper awesome. Really helps out with the channel. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. As always, guys, if you do want to get yourself a personal reading, you can feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It is the first link in the description box below. If you want to book me there, I'd be happy to book you. All right, though, guys. Happy holidays. I love you all so much. I will be returning more than likely on Monday, but if not Monday, it'll be Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure Monday I shall be back. So thanks again here, guys, and have yourselves a fantastic time. All right, everybody, much love, happy holidays, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care and peace.